Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Arnaud Couturier. I'm going to show you how to create a 3D head for manga characters in Blender. So the head is fairly generic. From this head you will be able to shape it for any kind of character. For males, females, and for kids. Okay, so the proportions will be targeting in this tutorial will be the proportions for a young girl or teenage girl. Okay, so let's get started. I create a new file with Ctrl+N. Okay, I don't need anything animation related, so I hide this. I make this wider and I activate the screencast keys for you guys to see what I'm pressing on the keyboard and on the mouse, which mouse button I'm pressing, and I activate it. Okay, so here now you can see what keys and mouse buttons I'm pressing at any given time. And I also save my file immediately to my desktop, for example, and I save it tutorial head.blend. Okay, so from the default cube I go into front view, orthographic, edit mode, and I cut it in two by adding an edge loop. Okay, I delete those vertices on the left side. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have a mirrored mesh, so I add a mirror modifier and I enable clipping. Okay, so now when I'm doing something, I've got the same thing on the other side of the mesh automatically, so we only have to edit one side. You can also add another modifier, a subdivision surface modifier, and 3 should be enough. Okay, I also select everything and I say shade smooth. Right. Okay, hide the camera. Okay, so I'm going to add an edge loop here with Ctrl+R, and then before pressing anything, so I choose where my edge loop should be, so it should be here. You hold the Alt key, and you with the mouse wheel, so you can see at the bottom left of the screen, I'm changing the smooth factor. Okay, so up to 1 should be enough. Release the Alt button, the Alt key, and you press left mouse button. Okay, and now you can choose where the edge loop should be. Just press right mouse button to say just to the middle. Okay, do the same here. So Alt, mouse wheel, left mouse button, right mouse button. Okay. So with the smooth factor can sometimes create this hole in the mesh at the mirror plane, so it's okay. Just move the vertex slightly to bring it back and to merge it with the other side. Right. I select everything, scale along X and move along X. Okay, to make the head a bit more not so wide. Right. You can delete those front faces and you can make this loop here bigger. Okay, from the side view, bring it back closer to the center of the head. Select those two, bring them back, and at the top make them go a bit forward. And same for here, not too much. Okay, so I'm going to extrude the neck So extrude along Z. Make the neck a bit more round. Okay, so from the bottom view. Okay, you can delete those. Wait, you can select those faces, scale them along Z, 0, and then extrude them again. Okay, and now you can delete them. Shape the neck a bit, like that. Okay. And we can add another edge loop here. With Alt for smooth. And that's it. Fix the hole. Okay. So I enable proportional editing with the O key. I select those vertices and I move them. Oh wait, not this one. And I move them back a bit, just to shape the head, like that. And I will take this loop, disable proportional editing, and move it up. Or maybe just rotate it like that. Okay. So the head may not look very good at the beginning, but that's okay. We'll tune the shape in the second part of this tutorial when we'll have the mesh structure in place, because it's already difficult enough to have proper mesh. So first we create the mesh and the correct topology and with edge loops correctly led. And then secondly, we worry about having a nice pleasant shape the way we want. So select this loop and extrude it. Extrude it here. Wait, we should bring those back here. And this should go like that. Okay, bring this back. And bring these vertices forward. Okay, select again, extrude. This will be the forehead. So start moving them downwards. Okay. Extrude again one more time and one last time. Still the forehead going downwards. Okay. So we have the most of the skull shaped. Bring those back. Bring those back. We should make sure that while we are modeling, we should always make sure that the mesh keeps the density of the mesh should be equal everywhere. You shouldn't have more dense areas and very sparse areas. Try to balance density of your mesh. Okay, so as you can see, here you have, just as I said, we have pretty sparse areas here with very big faces. So we'll fix it now. Add an edge loop here with smooth 1. Okay, add an edge loop here, smooth 1. Okay, fix the holes due to the smoothness. Good, and add an edge loop here, smooth 1. Good. So now you can see the mesh is looking better now. Here we can add two edge loops. Okay, I just add and increase the smooth factor and then the number of cuts to 2. Okay. I'm going to add another, I'm going to move this loop down and adding one more here, because I need here an edge, not too tall, and I extrude it. Okay, so we're going to fill the front now, the face. So rotate a bit like that. Okay, then you extrude it again and you bring the whole thing to the mirror plane, and you move it forward. And maybe this one should not be as much to the front. Okay. Okay, so this will be the head, the top of the nose, right? And we're going to fill the face from the nose here and here. Good. So as you can see, the head is way too here the height of this part is too short, so let's fix it now, like that. Okay, I will even bring the whole thing down like this. Wait, deselect those, unselect those. Okay, so right now it's an alien head, I know, but it will look alright later when we fix the shape. Select everything. As you can see here, there is no smooth shading, so select everything, W, shade smooth, right? Okay, we will move this loop closer to the center plane and add another one here. Right, let's add 2 edge loops here. Should be enough, yes. And we'll try to make the eye a bit more round. The eye cavity. Yeah. Okay, so there is an ugly here it's going too much in the skull, so bring those a bit. They are too inwards. Let's bring them outwards, like that. Same here. Okay, the head also has a funny shape at the back, so we'll enable proportional editing with O, and we'll try to fix this ugly shape. Okay, select those, bring them back a bit, like that. Scale them along Y. Okay, this should be like that. And we don't want such a big forehead. Okay. Disable proportional editing. Okay, and let's make those loops more round. See, the shaping now is not very good. Okay, select all the face and I bring it back a bit. Okay, the shape is good enough for now, just so that we have a feeling of it. Okay, and this is for part 2, you know, the nice shaping. In this part we'll just finish by filling this hole. So the goal here now is to fill this hole, having edge loops going from the eye to the, and I will turn left to the center of the mesh. And at the same time we will try to avoid creating any triangle, the dreaded triangle, because triangles make pinches on the surface of the mesh. Okay, so wait, just let me make this the, yes. So what we'll do is start to create those edge loops going to the center. So edge, we want to create something like that, okay? But before that I want to add another edge loop here. Smooth, left mouse button, fix the hole. There is no hole. Okay, and now you extrude as many times as needed to be able, here you can see I'm trying to have as many vertices along my loop as necessary to fill everything with quads like that. So fix, put the vertices where they should be, roughly like that. Okay. Right. Here, this is for the nose. Should stick out of the face more than the cheeks. Okay, so continue to fill like that. Fill, 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 fill. Right. So this is where things can become tricky if you're not careful. Okay, so we want to fill this. First, you could just press, select the whole loop and press F, but this is very bad practice because we want to work only with quads or triangles, and if possible quads only. So you can add a cut here, for example, then add or we can just continue. Maybe it will be too dense. So now we can just close it here, close like that, and close everything. Okay, so we have only quads. Oh yes, it will do. Okay. And finally, for the nose, we will extrude the nose. So select this face and extrude it. Okay, like that. And shape it a bit to something like that. The manga characters have a very they have a very pointy nose most of the time, so don't make this part very sharp here. Okay, Finally, for the eye cavity, just extrude once and smooth a few times. Smooth, right. Move it a bit inside the skull. Right, so we have the basic shape of our head. Not looking very good for now, but that's okay. We will improve the shape in the second part. So see you just now.